I think this is on. I don't know. It's early in the morning, so I don't really know. Um, so more problems, I guess. I don't know. So recently, I had to update my mod pack because a user on Cursed Forge had commented on the thing saying that there was some problems with some recipes and all that, with like empty tags missing. And so Um, let me find it. Yeah. Well, they said they're getting empty forge tags in the crafting recipes. Um, and the specific tags that are getting what was it? Are having like empty tags are forage vegetables, forage leafy vegetables, and forage sleeping bags. For some reason, I don't know why those three. Actually, there's one more, which is forage melon slice. I found that one when I was going through like the other recipes and all that. Apparently, when making some liquid with melons and all that, like the empty tag for a melon slice is not there. I don't know why melon slice would be effective. Also, cactus is effective too. Like, why? I don't know. It's fine. Um, so that stuff is effective. I've been working with this person for a little while, trying to figure out what's going wrong and all that. Um, they tested out things. They found the version of where it started to happen, and like, so it was broken. So they said that it was broken in 1.1, 1.11. Can I speak? 1.1.1. That's hard to say. Jesus. Okay. So it was broken in that version. And then, but it's not in this version. If you can see what I'm highlighting. It's not broken in that version. For some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, it's not broken in this version. But if you go to this version. So yeah. So yeah. Broken 1.1, 1.0. Okay. And then we go down here, and this person did more testing. So this is just a bug. It's not like some crash or anything, so it's not like that important, I guess you could say. I don't know. But it's a bug with like the recipes. So about 45 different food recipes cannot be made because they have empty forage tags because of foraged vegetables, foraged leafy vegetables, and then foraged sleeping bags, which has literally nothing to do with foods. Just like if you do like some sleeping bag from the Comforts mod and soap from supplementaries, it just doesn't work. So it's fine. I think with the forged sleeping bag ones, I think it's trying to target the different colors of the sleeping bags. And so if you get soap, basically, I think it's trying to say that you wash the sleeping bag and turn it white. And so that's what I think. So it's trying to target like the different color sleeping bags. For the other ones, I do not know. Like you can go into JEI and search up the specific tags, and you can see the food items that are supposed to be appearing. Oh, that's cool. They're live. I'll watch that later, maybe. Anyways, so tags aren't working. I don't know why. We're dealing with this. Yet the issue was brought to me yesterday, so I was doing a lot of research at night. Before I actually went to sleep. I was doing quite a bit of research. I tested out a couple different things and all that. I tested Pam's Harvestcraft crops to be specific. Specifically Pam's Harvestcraft crops because that is the mod that adds in all those tags, the tags that of foraged vegetables and foraged leafy vegetables come from Pam's Harvest Crest. Pam's Harvest Crest. Can I say that? Crops. I'm just gonna say crops. It comes from the crops mod. Okay, if I say crops, you've just known that I'm talking about Pam's Harvest Craft crops. Anyways, so crops is the mod that has those tags in the first place. Um, and for some reason, those tags aren't working. It like you can search up those tags, those two tags inside of GI, and you can see the different items with that tag. But when you go into the crafting recipes, they just do not show. It does not work. Do not know why. It just does not work at all. And so, since last night, I've been doing research and all that, I've removed two mods. I've removed Cooking for Blockheads because apparently Cooking for Blockheads had a problem with Pam's Harvestcraft in the past, so I thought maybe that was causing an issue again, but turns out it was not. Um, and I did remove the crops mod at one point, and it did fix those original 45 recipes. But then it affected a lot more recipes. It affected 111. Well, that was the amount of pages that were there. And there's 3 recipes per page. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, so yeah, do that crops thing. Just does not work. I don't know why. It just does not. What was I saying before I got interrupted? Um, what was that? I don't remember. Yeah, okay, yeah, now I remember. So I removed the crops mod. I did remove that. And it did fix the original 45 recipes. But then, after removing that, that affected even more recipes because there's 111 pages and there's 3 recipes per page. So that's about 333 recipes, if I'm doing my math correctly, which I think I am. But 333 recipes were affected because I removed that mod. Because removing that mod affected so many recipes because all those recipes required things specifically from that mod. And without that mod, I cannot 333 different recipes will not be able to be used. So, I had to add that back in, and then the 45 recipes were gone again. So yeah, the 45 recipes were done again. Um, so I had to remove 45 different recipes here. I'll show it. Let me pull over. Okay, so this is Visual Studio Code, which I'm using to use the scripts and stuff for Craft Tweaker. All this right here, all this is the recipes that I had to remove, all 45 recipes. It's not just um specifically from the Pam's Harvest Crafts mods. They're from quite a bit different mods. It's from the Food Extended, Farmer's Delight, Supplementaries, which is the sleeping bag thing. Cultural Delights. Sorry. Alex's Delight. Delightful Iron Furnaces. I don't know why that's getting affected. I think it was because silver was not an ingot inside of the mod, and so it's just forged. Um, there's no ingot, basically. So yeah, basically, there just wasn't any silver in the mod pack. I don't know why they just didn't remove the recipe, since I don't know why they just, because most of the time they just remove the It detects whether or not they have that specific ingot inside the game. If it doesn't, it just removes the recipe, and so you don't normally have access to it. But for some reason, they do have the recipe there from gold to silver, and there's no silver, so I don't know why. But anyways, Alex's Delight, Farmer's Delight, Cultural Delights, Delightful, Food Core, Food Extended, all that. All those mods. Just all those mods just don't have something. And then there's like something about you can like make cactus or whatever. And so I had to remove that. Okay. So yeah, I had to remove all 45 of these recipes right here because they just did not work. And if you're wondering why the code looks like this, because it's ZenScript, and ZenScript is just like that. ZenScript, it's really easy to use. ZenScript is quite easy to use. This is recipes and all that. This is the mechanical crafting recipes for all the creative items. So yeah. So yeah. Basically, actually, can you even make supreme? Yeah, you can make supreme pizza. It's not one of the recipes that are affected anyway, so it's fine. So yeah, JavaScript is very easy to use. That's why I like using it. It's better than doing trying to do a JSON file Cube.js because I can't do JavaScript. No, it's not JSON files. It's JavaScript. Just damn. No, it is. Is it JSON or JavaScript? I don't know. Anyways, um, JavaScript is a lot easier to use. That's why I like using Craft Tweaker. And so I basically just had to go through and do all this. Removed a bunch of recipes. Removed by name. That removed all the recipes. And then I had to do it like this because apparently you couldn't find the recipes using this way. I don't know why, so I had to remove it using this way, which is not a big deal because it's still easy to do. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, I had to remove all those recipes. That took quite a bit of time because I had to go through and add all those recipes. I had to add all those items into my inventory via the creative menu because trying to manually type in every single name is quite hard to do. And so, basically, I just went to the log file and where's the latest log? Fuck, that's this one? Oh, great. Open that. Built in. Okay, never mind. Can't open up those. Anyways, crafting log. Yeah. So that's this stuff. That's when I was trying to test out other things because I was trying to load up the previous version and whatnot, and so I did that. I don't want that there. So yeah, I had to do that. How long have I? For 6 minutes. Jesus Christ. 6 minutes of talking. That's great. Okay. So yeah, I removed all these recipes because I can't figure out how to do it the other way. Um. So yeah, I'm gonna have to replace the video on this thing, and if anyone can help me with the empty tags problem, that would be very helpful because I'm not very smart when it comes to this type of thing. And this person seems a lot more knowledgeable, at least I think they are. I don't know. But they've been testing out a lot of things and I'm very, very grateful for them for helping me out this much with these things. Um I really appreciate them trying to help me out with this thing. And so they've been testing out different things and all that. And so hopefully we can come to a consensus and trying to figure out the problem. It's a very, very weird bug. We don't know what it's causing it at the moment. We don't think it's a mod. We also don't think it's some config thing. I think it might be some forged version because what was it? I was doing some research last night, and it turns out during like 1.18.2 and stuff, Forge did some stuff to like tags and stuff, so it kind of like messed it up. So I might think it's like some Forge version, but I don't know because doesn't make sense because the Forge version at the time was 40.1.76, I believe. I think it was that. Check. Yeah, 40.176. That's 0.85 because I'm on the latest version of the mod pack, 1.1.9. That's the latest mod pack that I'm doing. That's the testing thing where I have to export all that stuff. But yeah, I don't think it's the forged version, but I haven't tested it out yet. So yeah, I went to version 1.1.1 and the tags were there. Every recipe was actually working. Surprisingly, I don't know why during that version it is working, but then you get to another version it just does not work. So I think it might be some forged version. I have no clue. And so I'm going to make a Discord server because that's much easier to communicate with people via Discord server because it's real time instead of YouTube comments where you have to refresh the page every single time, or CurseForge too, where you have to refresh the page to actually see the new comments. And so, I'm gonna make a Discord server because it's easier to communicate because it's real time. You don't have to refresh every single time. It is a lot easier. So, I'm going to make a Discord server. I'm gonna post the link in the description for the YouTube video. If you can help me with this, that would be greatly appreciated. Um, like I said, it's just the bug. So I mean, if we can't figure out the problem, I'm just gonna have the recipes removed because it's not that big of a deal really. So I can just have it removed, and worst comes to worst, I can just go in and edit all 45 recipes and like add in my own recipe, like adding in like some vegetable. You're gonna have to use some specific ones. You can't just like use like any vegetable, but it's better than nothing at this point. I have to go in and edit every single recipe. That's gonna take a really long time. I did not really want to do that, but I mean, at this point, I don't really want to because I'm gonna have to go in and edit like I'm gonna have to go into the SOL carrot config and like blacklist a bunch of foods. I'm gonna have to blacklist all those foods, and so yeah, so because you can't eat those foods. Actually, there is some of them that I did add to like the food reward for like quest rewards. Some of them might be in the chest. I do not know. The only one that I do know that's in there is the P8 juice, which is one of the items that have their crafting recipes messed up. And I know I did put that in one of the chests. I know for sure that one's in there. I have seen it because I was testing it, the food reward things again, so I did see it. So yeah, that's the only one I do know. I'm also have to change up the quests because I think some of them are in the quest books, so I'm gonna have to get rid of that. So I'm gonna have to do an update changing all that stuff. And yeah. And so if the user, I don't know how to say their name really, but if this user is watching the video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could try and join the Discord server so we can communicate a lot better for this thing, and try and fix the problem. Other than that, I think that's really the end of it. I mean, I haven't made the Discord server yet. It's just something I came up with right now. So by the time I upload the video, the Discord server link is gonna be in the description, but I haven't made it yet, and I'll have to do that. So yeah, that's kind of it. If you can help me, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you can help me, please join the Discord server so we can communicate with this. Because I really want to get this fixed because I don't want to remove all the recipes, all those recipes, and there's still quite a bit more recipes I had to remove that are from like other recipes. It's just not like crafting recipes. But yeah, so that's the end of this video. I hope that this works. Really though. Actually, this is more than 13. This is gonna be a lot more. It's fine. Anyways, goodbye.